He is the creator and sustainer of all the worlds, whether those worlds are known or unknown to mankind. Whether those worlds are known or unknown to mankind.
Hey guys, welcome back to Prepping Pereskiopsis Part 2, where we're going to finish up. I had a little intro video, hopefully you guys like that. I just got some new editing software, so I'm trying to figure out an intro. If you like it, like it. If you don't, leave it in the comments below. Give me some ideas on creating an intro for all my cactus videos. Another question I get is, why do I keep showing my face? Well, I show my face in every video now because some trolling peckerhead is claiming rights to the videos where it's just my hands and my voice. Not even music, it's not even a company, it's some individual. So that's why I put my ugly mug in every video now. So without further ado, let's get to part 2 of Prepping Pereskiopsis. Alright guys, so here we are, part 2. Get ready to pot up our Pereskiopsis. Now, it's been a week, and let me just grab one. Look who's wearing gloves. I'm not dealing with that again. Definitely not. But if you look, I don't know if I can get the camera to zoom in. The bottom is calloused over. Ready to be potted. I don't know if I can get it to zoom. You see those glow kids? Right there. Right there. Oh, come on, camera zoom. Oh well. So that's why I'm wearing gloves. You guys saw the damage that happened to me. There's some in the glove already. In the last video. So definitely wear gloves with these guys. Alright, so you got those. The next thing you're going to need, get that out of the way for a second, is your pots. You're of course going to need pots. These are 2-inch square pots. I can pull them apart. Just regular 2-inch square pots. And one thing guys, never throw away a pot. Always reuse it until the point where it's cracking and it just won't hold soil anymore. Alright. Another thing that you don't necessarily need, but if you're trying to speed up the rooting process, is some rooting hormone. And you gotta be very, very, very careful with this stuff, guys. I don't know what it is, but the danger warnings on it are so strict that just be careful. You don't want to get it in your skin. You don't want to inhale it. If you've never used it before, it's a little white powder, and I'll run you through the steps on how to do that. Like I said, you don't necessarily need it because all cacti and succulents will root on their own. It's February. I'm trying to get these guys banging, trying to get them going quick, so I'm going to use that. Another thing I'm going to top off, or just do a light sprinkling on top, is some Osmocote. I get a lot of questions from people what kind of Osmocote I use, outdoor and indoor. I am not promoting Osmocote. I have no affiliation with them. I just got to throw that in there. It's just a brand that I like to use. There's many types of granular time release fertilizers out there that you can buy. And the last thing we need is our Cactus Soil mix. Yep.
What in the hell? No Cactus Soil mix?
Yep, that's correct. We do not need a special Cactus Soil mix for these guys. Why? They love water. You can use any kind of potting soil mix that you want. How I learned this was my first batch of Pereskiopsis I ever had. I took a bunch of cuttings. I put a bunch of them in 2-inch pots. I used up my very valuable and precious cactus soil mixed with pumice. I found that I was having to go out to the greenhouse and heavily water them every single day. Every day. I had to water them. If I did not water them every day, they would dry out in the summer and just die. So, you can use any kind of potting soil you want to use. They love the water as long as it's warm. Now, if it's cold, they don't like the water. But they love the water. The more water they get, the more they grow. It's the complete opposite of what a cactus likes. So, all right, enough gabble gabble. Let me go ahead and get a couple planted up on camera so you guys can see it, and then I'll explain a little bit more about it. So we've got a potting soil. This, and this stuff right here, guys, that is bad juju for a normal cactus, but Pereskiopsis is not a normal cactus. It will love, love, love any potting soil you give it. So just scoop some up. Get you a nice little scoop like that. And like I said, you do not need the rooting hormone. It'll root on its own, but I'm trying to make things go quickly here. So very, very, very carefully open the rooting hormone. Get a spoon that you're not gonna ever use in the house. You can tell this is not ever gonna be used in the house. It's been used for many different things. And just get a little tiny bit. You don't need a lot, and you don't want to make dust everywhere, because this stuff is, according to the warning labels on the packaging, very dangerous. There's other kinds out there too. There's gel kinds, but this is what's at my local hardware store. All right, we have our growing tips. Remember, I had them all set over here, and our middle sections are all over there. I'm gonna start with the middle sections. See, it's nice and calloused. What I'm going to do is just dab. Just a tiny dab. Powder. Stick her down in the soil. Push the soil around a little bit. And you have just potted your Pereskiopsis. Middle section, like I said, you're not going to get any more growth from the top. We got to wait for a new growth to come out that way. Then we'll take a cutting from it, and it'll be like a growing tip. Now that you got this in here, we don't want to water it just yet. There's plenty of moisture in the potting soil. We'll give it a couple of days and then we'll water it. So that's one down and quite a few to go. So I'm going to go ahead and pot them all up, guys. Remember, be very, very, very careful with this stuff. And like I said in my previous video, if you're if you're underage, please be under close adult supervision. And yeah, so let me go ahead and pot all these up, guys, and I'll be back. Alright guys, welcome back. I'm all done potting, and you can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 growing tips right here. So these guys are going to be ready to graft in a couple of weeks. I don't have any seedlings yet to graft, but they will be ready in a couple weeks. If you notice, this one's a little crooked, the growing point's going out here. Once he sees the sunlight, he'll straighten his act up and go straight up, wherever which way the sunlight is. Like I said, wait 2 days to water them, and then when you water them, just stick them in a baking sheet or a Pyrex glass baking dish, whatever. Set them in there, pour some water in the dish so they soak up from the bottom. Kind of like in my How to Grow Cacti from Seed video. You water them from the top, you can see they're very loose. You might disturb them or whatnot, so water them from the bottom. And here's another thing. Like I said in part 1, don't worry if the leaves fall off. This one lost every leaf. Look, you can see it shrinking and everything. That bad boy's still gonna grow. He's still gonna grow. He's gonna put off a new branch from one of these areas. So there they are. That's what I have so far. The big mamma jamma that I couldn't cut with my scissors, I actually cut that up and potted up all the cuttings in a big pot by itself, and I'm just going to use that as kind of like a harvesting I don't know, a harvesting mother plant, and leave the actual mother plant in the ground alone because she's gorgeous and hopefully she'll flower. When I get my greenhouse fixed up, I'll show you guys a video of that. Again, if you use this stuff, the rooting hormone, please be very, very careful with it. Like I said, I do not know what's in it, but the warning labels are insane. Whatever you don't use, dump it back into the container and just make sure you don't get any on you. So yeah, in a couple days I'll give these guys some water, and it's still cold out over here, so I'm keeping them on the back porch. Again, don't put them in direct sunlight, because they are still like, what the hell's going on? So don't put them in direct sunlight. After you water them the first time, then you can slowly start getting them used to sunlight again. If you have a nice shaded area in your greenhouse, put them in there. And then I know your next question is, well, how do you know when they're rooted? They won't move around so easily. You see how easy that guy moves around? You can even pull up, but I know they're not rooted right now. But in a week, you could try and pull up on it, and you're not going to be able to pull up on it because it's going to be rooted, especially because he's got rooting hormone. Alright, so just remember that. Oh, I did not add any Osmocote because I saw in this potting mix that I used that there was already some in there, so that's going to be plenty. So hopefully this taught you guys a little bit on how to prep these suckers. Soon I'll be doing a video on the pros and cons of grafting seedlings to Pereskiopsis. There's definitely pros and there's definitely cons. So hopefully you got this far, you got them all potted up, waiting to be watered, and start growing for this year's season. Good luck everybody, happy growing, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and oh yeah, please do comment about the intro. I need feedback on the intro. If that's something I should be putting on, I need a good intro for my videos. So let me know, guys. All right, have a good one. Bye.